So this past week, it's been, I forget which one it is. It's either Awesome or Summer Games Done Quick, the biannual speedrunning marathon. And I was looking and I'm like, wow, man, this kind of sucks. or not that it sucks, it was more the games being run were not of interest to me. I was like, Metroid, I guess, So I thought, you know what, let me just do some speedruns on myself. Now, I didn't apply, like, contrary to popular belief. Who would have thought? I'm clickbaiting you all by saying that I was rejected by GamesDoneQuick. In all honesty, I didn't apply at all, but why would I? I would have been like rejected on the spot. But I was like, I want to do a speedrun anyway, just because it's the week of Games Done Quick. Let me at least get in the speedrunning spirit, I suppose. But it's actually, it got me thinking as well. Like I took a shower an hour just before the stream, and I was like thinking, what actually got me into speedrunning? And I realized I was thinking back on it, and I was thinking about the first Games Done Quick that I watched, which was in like I think 2013 or so, and comparing that to the Games Done Quicks done now, it's changed. I'll say it like that. It's gone through quite the transformation. Yeah, I didn't want to say it, John, but yeah, it's fallen off quite a bit compared to what it was before. Like I don't know how to put it. It's just not the same. It doesn't have the same vibes. As much as I hate using that word of, you know, the vibes aren't there, but I mean that's really the best way to put it. Okay, I'll give you some history on how I first like discovered speedrunning and whatnot. So the first time I ever encountered the thought of speedrunning was in 2000, like before 2010, I think. The first time I ever found out about the concept of speedrunning was when I was a young lad, a wee little baby, and I bought, what was it called? Well, I didn't buy. My brother essentially bought gaming magazines, right? Those of you who remember what magazines are, right? And the magazine would have like pages of all the different PlayStation 1 games and stuff like that. And I would always be interested in the Final Fantasy sections. So I'd gloss over the Lara Croft Tomb Raider, I'd gloss over the Metal Gear Solid. I'd go straight to the Final Fantasy pages. I need to focus up for this because apparently I'm horrible at canonless. Do I get it first try? I get it first try. This is the run. Okay, this is the run, guys. And yeah, ignoring the hot topics, yeah, like I think Jean, like just the choices in the runners and the games, like I don't know, maybe there just aren't as that many interesting games anymore to be ran and stuff like that. But coming back to what I was talking about, in one of the gaming magazines, the Final Fantasy sections for one of them had this challenge. It was like, oh, only the toughest of gamers can do this. And it was, can you beat Final Fantasy VII without saving? And I was like, oh wow, that's crazy, right? Final Fantasy VII without saving, like, because obviously I had played it before, and I was like, that took me like, there's no way, that's impossible. If you die, it's game over for realsies. That's impossible. And like an added challenge to it as well was that, you know, you'd have to beat it in under 24 hours too, just for like added extra effort. I was like, beating the game in under 24 hours, like you'd have to do it all in one sitting. That's not humanly possible. It's insane. That was the first like sort of glimpse I had into those thoughts of challenges, right? And then fast forward after that, a couple of years later, into like 2013, I want to say, when I started watching, when I finally got internet, and I started watching on YouTube the group Achievement Hunter, and one of my favorites from that group was Ray Narvaez Jr. And at one point he was constantly mentioning something called Games Done Quick and like speed demos archives, and I was like, what is this nonsense that he's talking about? And so one day I decided, there's this thing called Games Done Quick going on, and let me have a look and see. And the very first speedrun that I ever stumbled upon, or from Games Done Quick, was, I believe in 2013. It was Final Fantasy IX, done by co-op, well not really co-op, but done half and half by Puexel and Spike Vegeta. And I was like, having played Final Fantasy IX myself, I was like, I know how this works. They're just gonna do everything really fast, right? And from the moment they started the game, I was already like blown away at the strats, right? For those of you who don't know, the very first boss, or the very first encounter, it's Zidane and like the main character and 3 of his friends essentially fighting their boss with like a dragon head, like a proper dragon head thing. And you can just mash attack through it. But like the runners, they were like, okay, so first things first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually steal from this guy because he has a rare steal chance to drop the Mage Masher, which is a very powerful dagger that you can get right from the start of the game. I was like, Wait, that's actually crazy, right? 12-year-old me was like blown away at the thought of that stuff. I was like, that's crazy. And they even had like a binder of notes, a full-on like folder with like files and everything for all the data and stuff for their entire route. To me, I was just so impressed that they had like min-maxed everything to the game that I thought I knew a lot about. And I was like, okay, you know what? Speedrunning is kind of cool. And yeah, that's how I learned about speedrunning. Back in 2013, where things were, as Jean has said, a different time. And oh my goodness, thank you as well for subbing, Jean. I suppose, since this is me parodying GamesDoneQuick, is there a message that you want to read to say, fuck cancer? Hi there, runners. My grandmother recently passed away due to cancer, but, you know, watching you guys do these speedruns really makes me forget about that. Here's the money towards, you know, naming the starter in Pokemon, Big Chungus. Thanks, guys. All due respect, though, GamesDoneQuick is a great cause. Or rather, Doctors Without Borders, the charity, is a great cause. As you said, though, it's just not there. The vibes. I hate that. I hate the word vibe. Oh, no. Okay, well, I don't hate the word vibes, but I hate... Oh, that was close. I hate the usage of it, right? It's like a cop-out answer. The aura, that is so much a better way to put it, John. But like, it's when it comes to relationships, right? Like, if you... Let's say that you are a guy, and there is a girl that you are interested in, and you're kind of talking to her, you're not really dating her and stuff like that. What would you refer to that as? Down here in South Africa, people refer to that as, oh, we're vibing. So that's why, like, I have a little bit of a disdain for the word. It's something that, like, people that are dating, I think, not even dating, just like in relationships, like, they always say that, oh, me and this person, we're just vibing, you know? We're not really dating, we're not seeing each other, but we're vibing. It's like the middle ground. It's like they don't want to say they're friend zoned, but, you know, they're friend zoned. Yeah, I sadly have not been vibing with anybody as of late. My vibes, I do not pass the vibe check. Oh goodness, it hurts speaking like this. It's to cope, yeah, exactly, Pixel has it right. It's to cope with being friend-zoned. You think it's called talking in the US? Wow, must suck to be in the US, right? You don't have crazy cool lingo for when you're not really dating somebody, but you're trying to date them? Sucks to suck. But more importantly, let me not fuck up the this one, which I already am doing. Oh no. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it in time. This is not the greatest shifting sandlands. So hopefully we get it in the next attempt, but this could definitely be better. It's gone from being the run to a run. But it's fine, we do still have one more chance to get a nice talon in the big bird clip. Well, not clip, but star. Oh! Hang on. He's cooking! Let him cook! The steak has been cooked. I have officially cooked. Oh, unland on stop. It's close enough. You can't be friends then if you never asked your crush out. Yeah, that's I mean, to be fair, technically speaking, I have never been rejected. Okay, well, maybe this is gonna be me coping, but the one time I asked a girl out, it was for, I guess the equivalent of prom, right? Like the final year dance at the end of high school. And the girl that I asked, she, technically speaking, didn't say no, because she had already been asked by somebody else, so she already had a date. That doesn't mean she said no, it just meant that she had somebody else to go with. You know, surely, if that other guy didn't ask her, she surely would have absolutely said yes to me, right? I mean, surely, right? Well, also, yeah, speaking of slang and all that stuff, cooking has apparently become the new thing. I wonder how long until that gets old and stale. And Riz, yeah, Riz as well. Where does this come? I don't know. Riz will stay longer than cook, that's true. Here comes my completely unnecessary expert opinion on slang. Riz is like its own word as opposed to cook, which is just, you know, an actual word. Let him cook is the first good meme in a while. It is nice. He's like it also has nice tie-ins to Can You Smell What the Rock is Cooking? Maybe this is just a long disjointed meme, you know? Let him cook is maybe somehow connected to What the Rock is Cooking? Who knows? In fact, we should have that come back. We should have Can You Smell What He's Cooking? Like, if somebody says let him cook, somebody should follow up with Can You Smell What He's Cooking? How that hasn't happened, I don't know. Here comes that Mips clip. When I hear, you know, cooking and stuff like that as a meme, I always think of The Rock. Right. I think this is it. Did I get the first try? I absolutely got a first try. Have you seen a clip as good as this? Watch this. Back to back. Instant. Woo! This is beyond cooked. How would you like your steaks, my friends? This is a well done. That is a gold. Wait, is that a gold split? I see. Oh my goodness. It's fine. The genre, the minor trips, what we call is the spice of life. I sprinkle a little flavor onto my runs. That's what those are. A little salt and pepper among the meat. Do I think GamesDoneQuick has a list of runs that they just deny off the cut? Like, I think I remember seeing somebody talk about the GamesDoneQuick like submission process, and I think like they have to send their own, like essentially an example of what the run would be like, where, you know, they do a commentator run and everything to show how consistent it can be, how much time it's gonna take, what the commentary is gonna be like, and stuff like that. Like, obviously, if it's a very obscene game, then probably not. I imagine that they prioritize, like, you know, popular games, so that, you know, people would want to watch. That's why you always see, like, the big, well, not really the big, but the expected games, right? All the classics that everybody would want to watch. And that's why all of the, like, the late night hours are always the Final Fantasy JRPG games that nobody wants to watch. The games that people put on the background to fall asleep to. That's 2 Bowser throws done. Okay, I don't want to say anything, but technically speaking, we have not missed a single Bowser throw this run. Yeah, that's the other game. I mean, it's a game I played as well, not too long ago. But Super Monkey Ball. Super Monkey Ball specifically, if they use the motion controls, because that'd be fun. If anything, that'd be more impressive, right? Because all of the fine motor control, but with a GameCube itself as opposed to, you know, the controller. Alright. The only reason why I'm also doing Mario and 16 Star is because it's, at worst, it shouldn't take longer than half an hour, right? This is why I said. This is why I didn't want to say it was a good run. This is why I didn't want to say anything before I made a pass backwards long jumps. This is the point where I tell the commentator, now would be a good time for donations. Go ahead and read some donations while I fiddle with this. Come on, Mario. No. Oh! I had it for a second, but then he dropped it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh! If my backwards long jumps were horrible, in theory, I should get like 3 in a row here now. At least I didn't throw him off, that's fine. This is a setup, bro. Which one? I'll go for that one. This one I don't have to spin that fast, I can just do a light tap. Of course, but when I do a light tap in, that's when I miss. Alright, literally I just have to let go of you and you're in the thing. Okay, there we go. Okay, dead ahead. This should in theory be nice because it's all lined up. But watch me mess this up. That's a hit. That should be a hit. Never mind. Wasn't fast enough. I am so incredibly good at nailing the exact wrong spots. Like, that is... It's almost impressive how well I can, like, if I were a field goal kicker, I would be doing an amazing job. It's also very old, so... That's a hit. That has to be a hit. Oh, okay, there we go. Only took us, what, 45 minutes for our first run? But, first run of the day, so we can get the practice run out. Only, what, 20 minutes longer than usual?